How's it going, guys? So this is the follow-up video to my I'm Back video that I just filmed, and it's going to go over why I do such vague reviews, because a lot of you guys have been asking me about that. Why is it that they're not incredibly detailed? Why is it they're so just brief and short? And I'm going to kind of go over that with you guys. So one of the main reasons that I do such vague reviews is because, as you guys can tell, with a certain product, over time, things do change, and it's hard to do something so specific for a review. Like, for instance, I've been getting a lot of requests from you guys where you ask me to do this exact company, this pro, this size. And, to go something that in depth, I can't really review that because, it is so specific. With me, because I skate, if you're asking for a board size, unless it's 8 1/4, I can't review it for you because, one, I don't ride that size, and two, that's not really that exact thing. It's way too specific. My reviews are brief because I really only give you the necessities of what you need in a review. For instance, the flat boards versus the concave boards. With that, it kind of goes over shape. It goes over why flat boards are good for certain things, why concave boards are good for certain things, the goods, bads, pro, cons. So that way, a lot of you guys have been asking me, can you give me my favorite pros board from this brand in this size? And the reason I can't do it is because, I don't know how that exact pro rides. I don't know exactly how their concave is, and it's a little bit harder to track that exact thing down because, maybe one of his boards has really flat shape, the other one has more concave to it in a different size, so it all varies. So that's up for you guys to kind of explore and to figure out for yourselves. I give you guys the necessities of what you need, so that way you're able to take that knowledge that you've acquired and to use it into finding things that you might not know about certain brands and certain styles, so that way you can adjust to it and then learn from that. So for instance, again, with the flat versus the concave one, just using that for now, it allows you to, instead of going on the internet, if you have a local shop, which is the second part of the argument, but staying on track, it allows you to go, let's say you go to a shop, you think, okay, I like this certain shape, I'm going to see if my brand that I like has it. You look in the brand and let's say you can't find it, but all of a sudden you look at other boards and you're like, wow, this board also has this exact shape that I like. Now you're open to another brand that you might be interested in, so on and so forth. So I give you the tools you need in order to be able to do the rest of the research on your own and to be able to be self-reliant when it comes to finding out other things for yourself. So I give you the tools, and then from there, leading into the second part, you would be able to go into your shops and actually, physically see the product and actually hold the product and actually get more of a skate experience, which for me is very crucial. I grew up with a local shop in my town. I live in Modesto, California, and so I would go to the shop, and instead of going online, which I know has become more accessible for a lot of you guys do a lot more of your main shopping online because there's everything there. But also I hear from those exact same people where I work, which I'm not going to say where I work, I've already said it before. I hear from people, oh, I miss having a local shop, shop small, not in the mall kind of thing. And the reason that they're not there anymore is because those same people, they wouldn't go to their local shops. They would only go to online places because the local shop never carried it, but they never cared to ask the local people, hey, is there any chance you could possibly order this from me? And then use online as the last resource to actually get something. So the main thing about going to a shop is also, again, you get to see the product in front of you. Let's say, if you're looking for wheels. On the wheel review, I gave you shape, why it's important, tread pattern, why it's important, durometer, how to find it, what to look for, for hardness versus softness, and then millimeter, why certain millimeters are better for certain types of skating. I give you that, and a lot of you guys have been asking, oh, can you do this exact wheel, this pro model? And no, the reason I can't is because it changes. One pro model or one pro you might like might have a soft wheel one day, and then the next one they come out with is a harder wheel. So it all changes. So with how much it changes, I can't do something so specific, because it literally, if I do a review one day, that might be the last day they come out with that shape for that pro, and then the next day it comes out with something else, and then I'd be sending you down the wrong path, to inevitably find something you don't like. So I give you those tools, and then you get to see physically, with that, you go into a shop and think, I like a soft wheel, so I'm looking at the durometer of this one, it shows that it's harder, so I'm going to stay away from this one, next one, that kind of thing. Because online, you get a description, oh, this is the pro, this is the durometer, this, that, but you don't get to actually see the shape or anything. You just see literally the wheel, and that's it. And plus, online, it's kind of like going to a place, like a shop, and you have two people that help you out. You ask them, okay, I want this truck. What do you know about it? Would you rather get the information from someone that goes, well, I've read, goes off on a tangent, or the person that goes, dude, I've tried this set of trucks, here's my input about it? Would you rather get the experience from someone that actually is, specifically working there because they have, that credibility, or do you want to go to someone that just read it in a book? It's literally being street smart versus book smart. Both are good to have, but when it comes to when you want that credibility from someone to say, hey, I want you to tell me about this, do you want the book smart person that read about it, or someone that's actually experienced it? Because sometimes the experience is like, dude, it says that it's like this in the in the paper, but it's totally different. This is exactly how it worked for me. So I'm trying to bring you guys more back into that local feel, so that way you get that experience, and you're able to also be able to see the product first. Because with a lot of you guys, you messaged me saying, oh, thank you so much. As soon as you did that, I ordered that board. I really liked it. And then some of you have been messaging me, hey, I went and ordered that board, and this exact pro from that company that you said was flatter, this one had more concave. The reason being, that's a pro model. His board shape might be totally different than the team ones. I usually just go off the team ones. I don't try to stay towards the pro ones too specifically, because the pros have a different shape most of the time. So, that's why, summarizing it, that's why I would try to do these vague ones. So I give you those tools that you would need to be self-sufficient enough to go and say, hey, I now know what I'm looking for. I'm going to go check my options. And then you take that to your shops, so that way you keep that local community at large there for your skateboarding. You don't go to online, because, again, you have no customer service there. You're on your own. At a shop, you get those specifically hired people that skate to actually help you with that. And that's why I keep them so vague. Again, I'll do reviews for you guys, but the more specific you get, the harder it's going to be to review it. So again, I'll keep it very vague. I'll be more than happy to do reviews, but for the more specific stuff, I suggest you go to your local shop and ask them questions, because they'll definitely be able to help you. Other than that, send your reviews. I'll be more than happy to do them for you. I'll continue those, definitely, especially because I am back again. Other than that, I hope you guys are having a fun summer so far, and stay safe.